Thank you everyone for such a wonderful introduction. But when the introduction is made so eloquently, I was getting a bit nervous addressing you all because there are so many things being said about you, and if I don't live up to your expectations, it's a bit of a challenge. So do excuse me if my biodata says something and I speak something. But really wonderful to have all of you here. And the most wonderful part of this whole program or this orientation, like you say, is when the students spoke. And I think when the students spoke, they were very eloquent. They spoke from their heart. And I think that's very assuring, because in spite of the management saying anything to the parents here, to the students here, when the children themselves speak, I think it's very reassuring to the new people who are coming into the system, these lovely new children who are entering our university. I welcome them with a warm heart and a very warm welcome. I myself was touched. In fact, I had tears of joy listening to some of the students. I'm very spiritual by nature, and I think emotions connect individuals at a different level than what speeches can do, what teaching can do. And when the children spoke today, I was truly touched, because Dr. Barfiwala said that we've been trying to start this dental school since 2011, and we faced tremendous difficulties. Our vision was clear. Opinion was clear. We tried to put the best facilities in the system, but somehow I think it was a very tough challenge for us, and we spent some real challenges when we started the dental institute. But like they said, Maruti mentioned that he's in a train station doing a journey through a railway. So I think our journey started in 2011, but our mission is accomplished. Our mission is going to be never ending in the pursuit of quality, in the pursuit of perfection, in creating eminent dentists from the system, and we will not rest till that is achieved. But from my heart, I want to again wish the first students are the important students, because they create history. They showed the assurance in this institute. They came here when nobody wanted to come here, and I think these will be always cherished in our memories. Whenever you become old one day and you come back as alumni here, I'm sure your pictures as smart young girls and boys will be adorned on our walls as the first students of this university, this college. So thank you, dear children and parents, for showing that assurance in us. To the new students who have come in, I'm sure you will have a wonderful and joyful experience here, because dentistry is a really exciting profession, because I feel it's a profession which has a little less stress compared to medicine. We are going to start our medical school as well, so I won't say I don't like the medicine profession, but I think dentistry is a profession which can be practiced at ease. You have your own timings, you can make your own rules and regulations, and I think it's essentially a growing profession where dentists are needed not only here but around the world. As you know, many parts of Europe, many parts of America have an aging population. And India, by its virtue, has the youngest population in the world, the largest number of youngest people in the world. So I think we can provide the intellectual skills that the other countries do not have. We can take our knowledge to the world. Many years ago, we spoke of India as being the knowledge capital of the world. We still strive to be the knowledge capital of the world, but I feel we are the knowledge capital of the world, because you see Indian professions all over the world working in the best and finest system and creating the fueling the economies of the world. So I think truly we are blessed with a great educational system. But when I say that education is just not about getting degrees or learning what you're learning merely for the sake of degrees, but I think the doctor profession is a very important profession, because you connect to the masses, you connect to the people. And I feel off late in the healthcare sector, I wouldn't generalize this, but most of the hospitals and many of the doctors are now just practicing to earn wealth. And whereas we are not against making wealth, I think wealth is important for everyone. But at the end of the day, I feel that when you are in this profession, your first conscience, your first duty should be about treating the patient from your heart, out of love and affection and of joy, and trying to make that patient healthy. So I think that should be your first duty as a doctor. When even MBBS students take the oath of Hippocrates, and I think if we truly follow that oath, then I think we truly will be different human beings. But of late, we see a world which is greatly polarized. We see a world divided by religion, caste, creed, and so many differences. There's so much violence around the world. So I think you need to look at the world in a different way, that you're just not merely coming out as good dentists from this college, but as great individuals who will change the world, who will try to change the world, and who do their little bit to create an opportunity for the much needy and deprived. It's been our philosophy to offer education at very low cost. I'm quite reluctant to introduce donations or capitations into the system because we feel that the system can operate merely by fees. We also see that many individuals from less deprived opportunities get this opportunity to study in our systems, whereby we offer 10% of our seats to the poor at a cost of only 1 rupee. Similarly, I feel when you are successful doctors tomorrow, it's not only the charge you take from the patient, but a certain part of your ability should be for the people who cannot afford this ability. You should treat patients who do not have the opportunity or do not have the wealth to come into your dental clinics. Maybe you have a certain part of your practice preserved for the people who can't afford this. So this is something which I again and again inculcate from my heart to tell you. Again, I spoke about the system around the world, that dentistry is also changing, technology is changing, we are now connected by the internet and so many different technologies. So over a period of time, even teaching methodologies are changing. The way doctors are being created, the way doctors will perceive the future world will be completely different to what we imagined maybe 10 years ago. And I believe that we have a number of people here, a number of individuals here. Karthik sits in the audience here. I interact with him on a regular basis. And I think he truly is a visionary in terms of the technological revolutions that are coming around in the world. Because when I talk to him, I understand that there are people in our system who look at dentistry as a modern science. And I think you are in a system where you will get that ability and opportunity to experiment with different technologies and look to create a good future through modern dentistry. Dr. Barfiwala is also a very fine dean, and in fact he's a very strict dean, so be warned, everything is not as rosy as it appeared, but he's an extremely committed academic, and often I have arguments with him, but he will argue with me not for the sake of argument with me, but for what he wants to give to his students and his staff. So I think he truly is a great leader, Dr. Barfiwala. I'm grateful that we have such an outstanding dean here. At this campus, there's complete democracy. You are all one united D Y Patil family. So I urge you that you all work together. You all work together to make this institute a wonderful center of learning. Not everything is perfect. All the students who mentioned about all the lovely things here, I'm sure there are problems in the system. But what I liked is everybody focused on the positive aspect of the functioning of the institute. And I think that is extremely important, because the thoughts that we create are the opportunities that we create. And I think we must think very positively in that positive direction, that we will make a wonderful and lovely future. New facilities are coming up. We are constructing additional facilities. So some inconveniences might be there in terms of works being created. Sometimes things are delayed. But I assure you that the management will bend backwards to make sure that the students of this institute, the staff of this institute are extremely happy and cordial, and then they feel that they're working for a greater cause. With that, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to take too much of your time, because I think you're all excited to begin your new session. But I welcome you. I once again thanks the first individuals who joined our institute, especially the staff, because I think for 3 years they were with us, and we had various inspections from the Dental Council of India. But I think it was their resilience that they showed, the loyalty to this organization and the love for this organization, that kept us going. And only because of these great individuals, we have made this fine institute that is still in the making and will continue to make. So ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much. Before I go, I always say this, I'm a follower of Satya Sai Baba. He says, and I quote, "There is only one language, that is the language of the heart. There is only one caste, that is the caste of humanity. And there is only one religion, the religion of love." Ladies and gentlemen, brothers and sisters, thank you for giving me an opportunity to talk to you. God bless you all. May we all make a wonderful world. Thank you.